Yet again, with passionately and strongly, the notion of mature intelligence is to be grounded within this particular transmission, because within your level of logic, there shouldn't be any emotional offense. So if you're getting emotionally offended, maybe just check out right now, because this is like, it's mature intelligence. So with that being said, thank you for being here. I hope you're, on the path of balance and wellness. And just gonna dive right into it. You know, within hopefully an appropriate rhythm and momentum. So diving right into it, the topic today here is there's like something there's something of a paradox, and there's something of just kind of like one of those things that make you go like, huh? Well, like, does that really make sense? But it depends what you're focusing on and what you're thinking, like, or what you're really contemplating and processing as far as like, a subject, a topic, an insight, or just maybe something someone said to you, because like we all like harbor on things differently, because that's the emotional body of us. But what am I talking about? Not to get like too long-winded. So if in the Gita, like when Krishna says like surrender everything unto me, like where's the real sensicalness in that? If he's God and he's like omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent, then why would there be a need for anybody to surrender anything to him if he has everything to begin with? So there's a critical thinking dynamic here. So I'm being neutral and respectful towards towards the source, to my understanding of what the source is. I'm just trying to be like neutrally critically thinking and trying to comprehend with like, why would Krishna say that to begin with? Like, why would he say like surrender everything unto me? But you're God though, it's like you have everything. So there's some layers we need to peel back, because obviously within all the different layers and the different domains of the matrix, without us realizing the specific purpose, there's some type of context of an experiment that's taking place, Hence, the mystery and, the complexity and the different types of illusions within this reality. So, and one more keynote is like, if God is like, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, etc., then wouldn't that imply that he is the original allower, and he is like he is the seed of power to allow anything you could think of, any theme you could think of, any like, emotional streamline of a circuit of an emotional theme? Because it's like in the end we could ask, is like God allowing the circuit theme of the emotion of hate to just run rampant within this particular Bhumandala? Because the particular Bhumandala, it's holding the themes of all the emotions and the thoughts we're going into, from neutrality to duality. Because you could call it whatever you want, but no matter what, it's still going to be a thing. It's still going to be like, you're still going to be engaged within it, more or less. You could call it whatever you want, identify it anything however you want, but it's still going to be self-existent. So it's like a mature kind of acceptance of like why why it's even a thing to begin with, you know, like why is something even like, what's its deepest purpose, you know, what is the deepest purpose of like, you know, hate, you know, etc. Like, why does God allow hate, you know? And not to get too jumpy, not to get too jump around with it, but maybe like within one reasoning and within one context of you know, Krishna saying that, you know, maybe that's probably like one of the that's one of the facets of the experiment itself. That's one of the facets of like the spiritual test in itself. Because if you're God and you're telling someone to surrender everything unto you, like, are you testing their respect or something? Are you testing their intelligence? Like, well, what's really happening, you know? And maybe that could be, you know, the hammer on the nail, you know? You hit the nail on the head. That could be the nail on, that could be the nail being hit on the head, you know? Like, to see if, like, you know, like if God is the provider of all this stuff, then like it within one, like, you know, domain of the waking reality, is that the test itself? Because it's like, so what's going to happen if we don't surrender like everything unto you, you know? Like, what, like, are you going to take that as a sign of disrespect, you know? Is God threatening us, you know? It's like, because like anything I say, no matter what, my spiritual subconscious is recognizing the duality aside from every other charade, and it's going back to the neutrality, because I'm not doing anything. Apparently God is doing everything, right? You know, according to the real advanced Gita, because that's what it is. We're fine-tuning what's actually being said within this day and age. Why wouldn't that be so within the modern intelligence? Like where's the real advanced, like, you know, spiritual people at, you know? But like what I'm really trying to drive home here is like maybe God is taking it as a sign of like, you're taking stuff from him within this layer of reality without, like, you know, giving back to what he has given to you, you know? So like if he's providing something for you and there's not going to be some reciprocation there, and he sees that, then maybe, like, you know, because obviously, like, within the fourth layer of reality, the waking reality, not the third, not the second, not the first, the fourth layer of reality, there's degrees to the consolidation. There's degrees to the materialized consolidation, where within the materialized consolidation, we're on a certain access bandwidth of how the earth is at a certain density. But within the earth, it's carrying all the different types of densities, and even something more denser than the earth itself is a certain type of, you know, steel element. So within that, I'm not saying like, you know, that's like the path for everybody. I'm saying we could recognize that, and maybe like somehow within like the many different types of experiments, somehow people could find themselves like more relatable to consolidated materiality, and steel could more or less be like some type of unique relationship within that, you know? So it's like, I don't know, this is just like really mature, like, intelligence, because it's like, what's going to happen if we don't surrender everything onto, like, you know, source, supposedly, right? Because, like, has anybody really proven that Krishna is the source? And this is just mature intelligence. This is unbiased, neutral intelligence. Like, realize that part. And it's not just me talking to just one religion. It's talking to all the best mature people of all the spiritual religions. So please understand that part. So it's like, so maybe that's the test, though. He's testing us to see if we're going to respect the provider, you know, perhaps. So this is just food for thought, you know, and like, but but what is self-evident is the progression of the different types of trajectories of different nuanced and similar ascensions and different nuanced and similar descensions. It's either we're going progressively or deprogressively. That's self-evident. So maybe that could be a clue if we're not surrendering to the provider, maybe no matter how much we've been sold out and sewed up within a certain nuance of our life, maybe we could have a different type of density like overlaid on us if we don't surrender everything to God. I'm just saying that's a possibility. Because like, is Krishna testing like our respect for him or not, you know? Because why, like, what's the whole purpose of like Krishna saying surrender everything unto me? Like what does that mean? Like what does that really mean, you know? So yeah, I only got 13 seconds left, so because the memory and stuff. But so I think I kind of like, you know, I felt into it, got the point, got the gist out.